Okay, these are the Nakamichi NK780M headphones. They're available for about $20 at Kmart or Sears. Now, certainly they look more impressive than you'd expect for the price. They don't look like $20 headphones, and at first I was shocked to find something of the Nakamichi brand for sale for that price as well. So I bought them, and they have some build flaws that make them look and feel a little bit cheap. Certainly the plastic that they're made out of doesn't seem very nice, and some things like that. The padding on the top and on the earpieces isn't quite as soft as you'd hope. That said, they sounded okay. They were kind of dull. They seem to have pretty strong bass, but the treble and mid-range didn't make up for it. They do have this detachable cloth cord, which has a button and a microphone for use mobile. It works with my iPhone just fine. I believe it would work with other devices as well. It's one of the universal ones that has one button, so it should work for Android, should work for iDevices, BlackBerry, basically anything. It's got this padding on the top. Has these kind of silver flourishes on it. But here's the little secret. If you look at them closely and compare them to these headphones that are Sentry, these were only $10, and they came from Big Lots. Now, they're not exactly the same, but some clear visual cues make it obvious that they were at least similarly made, and maybe made even in the same factory. A lot of things about them are exactly the same shape, or approximately so. That silver disc behind the attachment point, the shape of the ear cups, even the shape of the plastic molding where the adjustments are made. Now, the padding on these is also very thin and not very soft. The cord is not detachable, but it is flat, so it's supposed to not tangle. It does have a microphone in it to allow for mobile use, including the button, same as the Nakamichi ones. Now, the padding is a little thinner, and they sound different. Although they may have been made in the same Chinese factory, the drivers are different. Here, I'll take off these ear pads so that you can see what hides underneath. Now, both of them have 40 millimeter drivers, but they don't have the same 40 millimeter drivers. Okay, now let's see. Taking the pad off of the Sentry ones, and I'll pop the actual speaker mounting board off of the actual headphone cup in a minute, so that you can see what it looks like underneath, and see that even though these both have 40 millimeter drivers and seem to be made by the same folks, they're not exactly the same headphone. You'll see the okay. Look, there's some sound deadening material that wasn't well attached there. And on the Sentry, instead of having the stuff on the pad, it's mounted directly to the board. Now you'll see these drivers from the back. They're not the same. They don't have the same backing plate, and the wiring isn't the same either. The wiring inside the Nakamichi version seems to be thicker, seems to be a little more carefully soldered. Obviously the back of them is a little different, so they're not the same thing, but it does seem like the mighty have fallen for Nakamichi to put their name on this. It just seems a shame.